early last year, the Taoiseach volunteered to bring forward an all-party Oireachtas motion in support of the Ballymurphy families. And although we didn't ask for this, I very much welcomed it. And some months later, when I asked him, because it wasn't brought forward, on July the 1st, he said that the government was working on a comprehensive motion which will be discussed with Deputies Martin and Adams shortly. Again, time passed, but ni harder rudder be o hin. And then in February of this year, he said that he would have it in March. So it's now, whatever date this is, it's now May, and we still haven't got this. So I want to ask about a debate on the North, Ceann Comhairle, because on March the 24th this year, the Taoiseach agreed to hold a debate on the North. And as the Taoiseach should know, in recent weeks there's been a very sustained and concerted attack on Sinn Féin representatives. There have been 4 attacks on homes, on the property of Sinn Féin councillors and members. There have been 7 death threats. The cars belonging to 2 Derry Sinn Féin councillors were destroyed last night outside their homes, and another activist, Sean McMonagle's car, was burned. And you will know that Frank McCabe Jr., son of a Sinn Féin member, Frank McCabe in South Armagh, he was blinded in one eye in a booby-trap bomb on the family property. The home of the Deputy First Minister, Martin McGuinness, was paint-bombed last week. There were death threats yesterday and bomb alerts at the homes of Martina Anderson, MEP, and Raymond McCartney, MLA. And this morning, when I was on my way to the 1916 commemoration at Arbour Hill, there was a bomb alert at my home. I got word that police sniffer dogs were there and they were checking out the precincts of the house. So you can see, Ceann Comhairle, that we do need to discuss all of these matters, particularly in the light of tomorrow's election and its likely repercussions in terms of if the Tories get in and their commitment to leave the EU, but also their adherence to austerity and so on. So would the Taoiseach set a debate as soon as possible so that we can discuss all these very, very important issues? And would he join me? The silence from the government on these attacks is deafening, and from others in this chamber who are very, very loud sometimes in one-sided remarks about the North. Would the Taoiseach let us know the government's position on these threats and on these attacks?
Deputy Adams, I condemn these threats unreservedly, both on members of all political parties. There have been a number on the government benches who have received threats of one sort or another, and a number of offices have been either bombed or graffitied or damaged, and of course, in respect of the cases that you mentioned. And I deplore, actually, the paint bombing of the home of the Deputy First Minister the other day, which I heard comment about and which I've read. No more than the outrageous murder on the streets yesterday in Belfast of a community worker. So these are not matters that should be carried out when politics is concerned. People can argue and have a difference of opinion, but a democracy means that you can discuss these things, and obviously people as an electorate make their decisions at the end of the day. So that's the government's position. We condemn these things unreservedly. In respect of Ballymurphy, Deputy Adams, and I spoke to you about this before, you'll recall that I actually wanted to go and meet the people in Ballymurphy and the relatives of those who were shot dead in order that I'd have their views about potential all-party motion. I actually have the text of that ready, which I'll circulate to the party leaders for their consideration. And if you agree with that, or can agree on changes to an all-party motion in respect of Ballymurphy, I'd be happy to go with it. And as soon as we can have that done, we can arrange for a debate on Northern Ireland and the issues that are very serious at the moment, arising from what's happened and what is happening in the past short period there. Nobody wants to see a return to that sort of an era. A lot of opportunity and optimism opening up for Northern Ireland. who knows what the outcome of the election will be tomorrow, and in respect of those who are elected from Northern Ireland, what place or position they may have in terms of what the people overall have decided as an outcome of the election. Yes, if you can work with ourselves in respect of the all-party motion, we can then arrange through the whips for a decent debate on Northern Ireland and all the issues that affect us north and south.